Hi everybody, it's Claire here and it's January 2020. Can you believe it? The start of a new decade. And I thought before I start to get into new projects, I would have a look back over 2019 and pick out my top 5 favourite projects and share them with you. And I have to admit, there is a sneaky 5 and a something one as well, because it was really, really hard to break them all down and just come up with 5 favourites. So we've got 5 and a little bit. So it's always fun sitting down with a pad of paper and designing something that I think you are all going to like and want to make yourselves with all of the beautiful papers that are out there on the market. My 5 are not in any particular order, but I'm going to start with the photo booth and the kaleidoscope paper that Graphic 45 brought out. A real change from their usual colour schemes, vintage look. This paper blew me away. I have to say, it's probably one of my all-time favourites from any paper manufacturer, and I have worked with loads over many, many years. Because of the colours, it was a real breath of fresh air, really, to get something really bright and vibrant that I wanted to craft with. And I just designed the photo booth and it fitted perfectly onto this fabulous project. So the photo booth is probably the 3rd large album scrapbook cover set project that I've designed over my time. It's 12.5 by 12.5 inches long, if you haven't seen wide, if you haven't seen it before. And it comes with a digital download with a number of options for inserts to put inside. So you can make this into whatever you like and then add whatever you want to add into it to create a fabulous memory book. So my thought behind it was it's big enough to hold your 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. So there's an insert that makes scrapbook page bases for you to stick your 12 by 12s on. And then various flip-flap sections that you could use 2 of, or mix and match, to create your own personalised, self-constructed, large scrapbook or memory book. So if you haven't seen it already, I'll just take you through. It does get really large and it does fold out, so we'll have to do a lot of sliding about. But I loved the way it came out. Covers are cut from MDF, so they're quite sturdy. They won't dip over time like some chipboards do. And there's an integral magnet built into the cover, so you haven't got any bumps on your surfaces either. And it just holds shut. It's 1 3/4 inches deep, or 2 inches deep actually, the finished one. This was the prototype. And it was to be filled with pictures from my son's and his girlfriend's time together. Sadly, that came to an end in October. So there are no pictures in it. I'd love to have shown you the one fully completed, but it was for Christmas and I didn't do it. So let's take you inside. Ooh, I love it. I love all the colours. So I went with sort of the blues. Let me tell you, this project takes tons of paper. I've had lots of people ask if you could make it using 24 sheets of paper or a deluxe collector's pack if you're a Graphic 45 fan. No, absolutely you can't. It took a 12 by 12 pad, which is now 16 sheets, a Patterns and Solids pad, which is 16 sheets, an 8 by 8 pad, which is another 24 sheets, a pack of ephemera cards, and there wasn't much left. So it's a big project, but it's well worth it when you've decorated it and put your photos in. You can then look back and enjoy the memories. So there was lots of flip-flaps, foldy-uppy places to put things. again, can be decorated however. The instructions give you the basic layout, and then you decorate with pictures really, rather than the cutouts that maybe I've used. And there are lots of foldy outy places with flaps that swing out, and again you can add as many of those as you want. There's also room in the inserts for the centre sections to be filled up. They will lift so that they don't bow. You know, when you try and cram something through, you get that cake look. This won't happen because everything lifts up to accommodate what you're adding in. There's lots of pockets. I love these colours. I just absolutely, this blew me away when I put this together with these colours. In a pad of many, many colours, you would think, oh, how does it all work together? But Diane and the team at Graphic 45 are very, very good at ensuring that all of those, what look like or may look like random papers, actually work beautifully together. So we've got that, and then we've got, oops, a centre section that will fold out again with room to stretch as you put your pictures in, and then there's a bottom one too on that side, and that could be replicated on the opposite side if you like that style of insert. Or this is the other foldy outy inserty thingy with a fold out picture holder on the front, and lift up flaps that have double flaps, and however you want to create it, pockets to add lots and lots into your book. So I didn't make this one as a scrapbook, but the insert that comes in as a scrapbook has got, I've done it as 2 scrapbook pages, but you could add 4, or you could add the insert on the left and the right and have them folding over each other, which would be really nice. So lots and lots of options. I'm going to put the link to the original launch video below, and then you'll be able to see the project in more detail if you haven't seen it. And I'll show you the other 2 that we made. So these are all decorated in Graphic 45 papers. So that one was a prototype. Oops. And then we made these at my retreat back in May 2019, and the paper options were love notes from Graphic 45. So let me just show you the inside, and you can see all these gorgeous colours working together. I mean, it makes a fabulous wedding album. And I think one of the ladies did make hers as a wedding album. But this, I mean, I love, as you know, if you follow me, Graphic 45 collections. I always have. It's what inspired me to really start paper crafting in this way. And I just love how that works together, all those colours. So that was the Love Notes one, and again you can see more in the launch video for the project. And then we also made it in Bloom, and here's the Bloom version. So, oh, upside down, let's turn it round. Very soft, very pretty, this one, and introduced a new colour from Graphic 45, which was the Wineberry. So we've got all the blues and pinks, and then under here we've got that gorgeous Wineberry colour. So if you're looking for something that is larger than your normal standard sized album to scrapbook, or create a memory of an event or a wedding album, or even a yearbook, I did think of making one with all of the children's pictures in from when they were tiny right up until now. So you sort of get a progression of their growth and changes over time. I haven't done that yet. That is on my to-do list. So that is the photo booth. I'll put the link below to everything that we have available in this range under the video. So if you're interested and love that project and would like to make it, you can. So that was number 1. My number 2 is the wide folio album. It's just over 8 inches by 6 3/4 wide, and we relaunched it in 2019 with a wider spine so that you can get 4 stacked pages inside, and also the PDF that comes with the cover set has information on how to make the extended spine that lays flat as you work through the book. So it just helps those pages to sit flatter. And you can see there, I've used the paper and sort of cut it into strips so that you get a continuous picture in the centre. So this is a great album, a great sized album, if you are new to crafting. The pages are quite simple. You can hold your pictures. You can put little flaps in, but nothing overly complicated. Create a pocket, and it doesn't cost that much to make. This one was altered with one Alice pad from Stamperia and 2 extra papers. So it doesn't cost or break the bank. Doesn't cost too much or break the bank if you're wanting to make something to gift. I'm always very conscious of how much it costs us to make all of these projects, and by the end of it, after you've put all of your time in, you don't always want to give them away. So this one is pocket sized really. You could make it out of an 8x8 pad, maybe with a little bit extra, and it's just a nice little size. 6x4 photos, or even the sprocket sized photos, the 3x2s that come out. Little, are they 3x2 or are they 1.5? I can't remember. But all of your smaller size photos will fit really nicely in this fun little album. And I had great fun making it and adding the little tags in. There are instructions, there is a PDF for this, and I'll put the link to everything Alice themed below the video, so if you like the album and want to know more about it, then you can follow the links. The covers are MDF again. I do like MDF covers for albums. They don't bow and dip, so they stay nice and flat and keep all of that work covered and protected inside. All of my projects now I put together with our signature black construction tape, so I'll pop the link to that underneath as well. So number 2 was our wide folio album. Number 3, this was the little book box and mini album set that came out back in February 2019. I have been hunting for other samples in this. I made 3 of them all together, but do you think I can find them? They've been out to retreats and workshops, they've come back, they've been put around in all of the storage spaces that hold all of my projects, and I can't find them to share with you. This one was altered in papers from the Voyage Fantastique collection by Stamperia, and it's a cover set and a mini album. I love this. The collection has a real masculine feel to it, so you could give it to the chappies in your life as well as all the girly swirlies. The little mini album, it's only narrow. It could be made as a separate project, and you could just put large picture photo mats into the box here so that you pull them out and look at them. I may do that as a project at some point this year. But it's a 2-part set. Again, it's got a integral magnetic closure in the covers, so they hold together. I love that. Not too deep, 1 3/4 inches. Another small project that you can make over a weekend. You're not going to have to work on it for months and months and months. And I love that. There's a great sense of satisfaction when you've spent your time and finished something quite quickly. So that is the cover. I've added some die cut cogs on here. Those were from the Graphic 45's tag dies, and the cog insert came with that, with one of the dies too. And they're just cut out of fun foam and then covered with treasure gold gilding paste in a lovely blue and gold colour. So that was the little box, and then the mini album is just a cutie. So this could be a separate project, just a little brag book to have maybe in your purse or your handbag, and it's just got 4 little pages with pockets to pop pictures in, and then some lift up photo mats. So that little kit is over on the website. I'll put the links below if you're interested and would like to make it. And the PDF assembly guide tells you how to complete and put together this undecorated inner section of the album, and then you can cut your papers to fit. So that was the little book box and mini album set, and it's been one of the most popular sets that I've designed this year. So thank you everyone. If you've bought it and decorated it, I hope you had fun. Number 4. This has been another really popular choice and a project that the ladies who came to my November retreat chose to make. It's the file folder, and I've got 3 samples here. There's always a prototype. So Halloween in Wonderland was my choice of paper to decorate the prototype with, and then I'll take you through that one. And then I've used music from Stamperia, which was beautiful to work with. I absolutely love that paper. And for the retreat, we also had Life is a Journey from Graphic 45. So 3 different looks on 3 different file folders, all with different things inside. So let's take you through one of them. I'm going to take you through the music one actually. And they've taken different papers to use as well. So this was a deluxe collector's edition, so a choice of 24 papers. This one I've used 8x8, 12x12 patterns and solids and pulled from a variety of paper pads. And the music one was decorated completely using one 10-sheet paper pad. So I'll show you this one and then you can see what it looks like inside. And again, I'll put the link to the original launch video down below so you can go off and have a look at them all if you want to. So I love the piano. So the piano and the keys went on the front. And then we've got my signature doodads, become known for doodads, on the ribbon ends on the front. This cover set does have a magnetic closure in, but I added a notice board section on the inside of the album, and of course using the brads, they've pushed the cover away from the cover that it clicks to, and so I had to add the ribbon ties just to hold it closed as well. But that's an option. Again, this whole thing comes as a pre-cut set with an assembly guide that tells you how to put the covers together and also make the internals, and then you decorate with papers of your choice. So let's just move those and then I can open this. So when it's all laid out, I mean, it's amazing how far one pad of paper can go. And with Stamperia, of course, not all of the papers are 12x12 papers. They include sheets of cut aparts as well. So I really did use every single bit of the pad to create this. I just love it. Beautiful, beautiful album. It's got a ring binder. I haven't made a ring binder album for a long time, so this was fun to incorporate something new into a ring bound cover. and I've just made little attachments out of the pockets and the cutouts from the paper, added some graphic 45 tags with little holes in there. I think we've got a little pocket here. We've got my little paper clips on the side, and also the pages have pockets in as well. You are limited with any album that closes in a box shape. You are limited to what you can put inside, but for an album just to pop little pictures in, this is a really fun one to make, and you can just attach your pictures to your pages with clips, which makes it fun. And also then you can take them out and you haven't stuck them onto that gorgeous paper that you've decorated the book with. So you can change out, add in new pictures, take out old ones, and keep the book refreshed, really. A great cover set as well if you wanted to make a Filofax style album, or jotter or planner. You could use the ring binder and put in your bought pads as well. So we've got little picture holders here that are just 2 inches wide that just slot pictures into, and again that makes them interchangeable. And then the 4 layered pages sit over themselves or over each other. And then at the back there's a waterfall section. Mine have stuck together. My hands were not completely clean when I did this. I'm always covered in glue, and I think I've got little bits on the waterfall section. But a really nice way to display 2 sides of, or 2 sets of photographs, one on either side, just like a bought photo album. So excuse the clicking. And then a little place at the bottom. So a little album that can hold quite a lot, made in gorgeous paper. I loved it. I just loved it when I finished it. I thought this paper, the duck egg blue, which is what I decorated the craft room with, was just dreamy. I really, really loved that. So again, I'll put the link below to the launch video for this one if you want to see the other file folder as well, and a link to all of the related products if you're interested in that set. So that one was number 4. Number 5. This is the Picture Perfect album. It originally came out as part of a kit that I designed in 2018, and we've made it deeper at the sides so that it all sits together in that lovely box shape. And again, it's got its magnetic closure, MDF cover set, oops, quite strong magnets in, and when you open it up, there is a whole lot of feature areas for your photos, and then a fabulous folded section inside. Let's just move this one. That folds out for even more photos, and then a little waterfall section in the centre. So a little box of surprises, really. There's 6 double-sided layers in the waterfall, 2 double-sided pocket pages, and then 2 photo frames, but could be interchangeable, and pockets top and bottom as well to add little bits in. This one is decorated in the December papers from the Fashion Forward collection from Graphic 45. I wanted to make a themed Christmas album just to put pictures in from 2019, Christmas, that I spent down with my sister, and I thought that would make a fabulous little book. And then I've used the 2 sheets of the pink, the yellow and the green patterns and solids. So again, it's another album that doesn't take an awful lot of paper to decorate, and if you rummage through your stash, you would find that you've got more than enough paper to create a little book like this. And oh, I haven't done that right. So that one was decorated in the Christmas themed paper. Love that click. And then this one, let's just close it up, was decorated in the Imagine collection by Stamperia. We need to have a re-gluing session, I think. This one again is assembled with our signature black construction tape. It's the only way that you can get these fabulous hidden hinges on your projects. I absolutely loved the colours in this collection. I love the rusts, the duck egg blue. The only difficulty I had was deciding which bit to put where. There are two sort of colourways in this collection, and it was just a bit time consuming to jiggle them around. But once I'd worked it out, I was really pleased with how it came out, with all of the little bits and pieces. So another little fun album that isn't that cost effective, I mean isn't that expensive to make, to give as a gift, but creates a really lovely little memory book. So that was number 4, and since it's launched it has been uber popular. So again, I'll put the link to the launch video below, along with a link to the related products. If you haven't seen that one, you fancy making it and you want to know what's available. And then sneaking in at 5 and something is this gorgeous little flip-flap box and album set. I absolutely loved this when I made it. I love this cute little box. It's about 8.5 by 6.5 by just over 2 inches deep, and it's just a lovely little size. You know, you can sort of hold it in your hand. We've got a lovely cutout on the lid. That does come as part of the kit. The lid has that heart cut out, but it can be left in and decorated as a flat lid for a box. But who doesn't love? It's almost like opening a box of chocolates, isn't it? You get excited because you don't know what's inside. And inside there is a little flip-flap album. So the box and the album covers all come as part of a set. And then there are an assembly guide that takes you through how to make the undecorated album and a PDF for this particular project. But again, it could be made into 2 parts. You could use the box for something and put gifts in it, and then make the album as a separate project. But it looks fabulous together as one set. So the little flip-flap album, it's just 1 3/4 inches deep, and just the cutest little album. It all flips. And I've used the Love Notes collection to decorate this with, because I did love it. I really did love it. So we've got little pocket pages and little pull-outs. Again, it's not an overly complicated project to make. It's just folded pieces of card. I say it's just, if you don't craft it looks daunting, but actually they aren't when you put them together step by step. And then you can step back and go, my gosh, I made that. I love that. It's that sense of satisfaction when you've done something you didn't think you could. So this is, and had to be, my 5 and a something little project, because it's just darling. So that is the little flip-flap album and box set. Originally it came out as a kit in 2018, and it was so popular we introduced it as a mainstream kit last year. So that is the Flip Flap box and album set. And that is it. Those are my top 5 and a bit projects from all of the ones that I designed last year. So if you like them, love them, want to see more about them, do follow the links below and the links to the project, all of the projects and kits on our website if you are interested in making them yourselves. If you're watching this in January 2020, we do have a 20% off and 30% off sale on selected paper lines. So if you're looking for papers to decorate your projects with, then do follow the link and go and have a look and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope I've inspired you to be creative this year. Do give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video and subscribe to my channel to be kept up to date with new projects and products as they come out. Bye for now.